Who taught you to make good decisions? Because good decision making has to be a part of this.
I wasn't taught, I don't think, I guess Mom, whatever she instilled in us.
Yeah.
Um,
So Dad gave you some music, and Mom gave you good decision
Absolutely,
making.
and everything else,
Okay.
and everything else.
Amen. Tell me about everything else.
What a combination, huh?
Can we get everything else in the interview? That kind of wisdom.
Cooking,
Yeah.
you know,
But mom wisdom is
patience.
really the precious stuff.
Absolutely, Mom's wisdom has been everything, and it's amazing when your mom tells you something, and I know she thinks it's going in here and out there, because my children tell me all the time, and I see that, you know, I tell them something, and you think it's getting through, and you know they're not getting it. At least you think they're not, until they actually come up years later and show you that they were listening. So,
Surprise, surprise.
surprise, surprise.
Tell me about your children.
I have 4 children,
Wow. Where'd you
2
find
boys
time
and
for
2
that?
girls. Oh, it doesn't take long to do that.
To make them, yeah. Uh-oh.
Doesn't take
I don't
long
wanna
to
know the
make
whole
them.
truth.
No, we don't need to know all that. But they live most of them live in Arizona, but I have a daughter and a granddaughter that lives with me in Atlanta. And they're all very grown.
And
And
you still
they're
have that tightness, that closeness?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm.
9 grandkids. I know.
Wild women don't get the blues. Are you a wild woman? Is there a part of you that's...
Absolutely,
Uh-huh.
absolutely.
Oh, good.
I'm afraid so.
There's a lot of heroines in the blues, the Ma Rainey's, the Bessie Smiths. Who are some of your favorites? Name some names. Oh.
Can't name any names. I didn't really start singing the blues until I moved to Atlanta, Georgia. There was a few blues songs that I did, and I didn't follow the blues. And I really didn't like the blues. I didn't want to sing the blues. But quirks of fate, here we go again. I was in that place. I was across the street from Blind Willie's. I started going out there and hanging out. The band started calling me up and then putting me on gigs and teaching me blues songs. And all of a sudden, I was a blues singer. Now, I didn't know that Etta James and all these people were blues singers when I was listening to them when I was young. They were just singers to me. I didn't consider them blues singers. They were just great singers. But when people ask me about the blues, well, Etta James definitely comes to mind. Coco Taylor comes to mind, and many others that I didn't know who they were. They were just great singers, and I just listened to them. And now I love the blues, but I consider myself a jazz singer. A jazz singer who can sing the blues. That's what I think.
Sure, and most jazz people are going to tell you, performers and singers both are going to tell you have to know the blues to play jazz.
Really? I don't even know. I don't even know.
Well, it's in your blood since you were little, so
Absolutely.
you don't have to think
everything, you know,
about it. You don't have to
and
think cognitively. Do you just intuitively
it's just, you know, and I just like certain songs and I like certain players, and most of the time I don't even know who they are.
Well, let's talk about your songs. I just have 2 of your records. I know there's more than this.
Not many.
Can't Make It on My Own, and I Want You to Love Me, both really fun recordings.
Way back.
Played a lot of that. How do you choose songs, and are you the producer? Do you make the decisions like you do here? I want it slower, I want it faster.
I do.
All the decisions are yours.
Yeah. And luckily I play with enough talented musicians to give me my props. You know what I mean? Years ago, I felt people would dictate to me what they wanted me to do. Those days are gone.
Thank goodness.
It's my way or the highway.
Thank you. I like it when you say it. Well, and it comes out better, doesn't it?
Well, it's my gig. It's my show. And most of the time I'm paying the musicians. So yeah, I want you to do what I want you to do.
And you know what you like to hear, how you sound
I know what
the best.
I need. I know what I need. And if you've got some really talented musicians who like to listen, and nowadays there's lots of them.
You have some talent around you at the teatro show.
Oh,
This is a lot of fun for you. Tell me about experiencing
this to me is the best thing I've ever done in my life. I kid you not, and I've told many people because it is the God's truth. It's fun. I'm a fun girl. In case you didn't know that.
The wild woman in
It's
you.
fun, and being around not only talented but very professional,
Yes.
very passionate people like teatro has taken me 10 times where I would normally be if they hadn't asked me to come and do this years ago. And I love it, and I can't get enough of it. And I love Seattle, and I love being here.
You were in the Beaumont and Caswell show back in 2009.
Beaumont and Caswell, yeah, yes.
You're doing a one-nighter tonight connected to a fundraiser for their kids program. Really great to have you in town, and I know they've told me you're coming back, so we're going to air this before you come back in the summer. And so tell us the experience for you. I mean, obviously some of the gigs you do is backing up Lyle Lovett. That's a background singer, and the background singers never get light, although Lyle gives you quite a bit of light.
I'm not a background singer.
Right, okay, good.
And Lyle will be the first one to tell you,
hear that.
Francine is a foreground singer.
Yeah.
He never puts me in the back.
Right.
You've never seen me
Right.
with Lyle, and I'm back
That's true.
there.
That's true.
I'm always beside him, always has been, and he'll never change that.
Yeah.
And I love him for that.
Oh, I think it's totally appropriate too.
I love him for that.
I mean,
And
you stand out on his records, so he should give you the light.
well,
Make-
I don't say that he should, but he just does because he's that kind of guy. And to him, I'm grateful because through him, I'm here. The show's on Pier 62, 63. That's where Renee Duff saw me.
Got
Said,
choices.
we want that girl for Zinzanni.
Right.
Boom, boom. I tell you, it was supposed to be. I was supposed to be here.
Well, and from Arizona to Seattle is not that far, so we'll get you back regularly, huh?
Well, I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're now in Atlanta. Nothing is in Arizona. Okay. I'm
No,
getting
no,
it.
yeah. I'm in Atlanta for 20 years almost. So, no, it's it's just a plane ride. It's 4.5, 5 hours.
Good. Okay, so the timeline. What's life like for you now in Atlanta?
Outstanding. I work pretty much as I need to. A lot of corporate jobs, a lot of private parties. And here lately there's been these private house parties. This is a real trend where they bring the musicians into someone's house and they charge people 20, 25 bucks. And most of them have pretty big houses. And that's a wonderful trend. That's one of the newest and greatest things. People should adopt that more because a lot of people don't want to go out to these clubs. So they just bring their entertainment in. And that gives you some good money and plenty of jobs, and I do corporate jobs, and I do a lot of benefits. So in the time that I'm off, I get to do things for other people.
Cool.
That's wonderful.
And do you like Seattle? Can we have you come do
I
more
love
in here?
Seattle so much. I love
That was a
Seattle.
setup. I just pitched that
I
song.
know it worked too, my God. I mean, I love Seattle. For one thing, Teatro Zinzanni is Seattle, and Seattle is Teatro Zinzanni. They're all just one thing to me. So if I love teatro, I love Seattle.
So tell me about this picture. Why is this picture on the back of this record? And I'll get a close up later. Don't worry about it. We'll get this later.
I was 6 years old. We were in our backyard. Oh my God. Forgot about that picture. My mom always put ribbons in her hair. I tried to do it. My grandkids, they don't like it. But it was Easter Sunday after church, and I took off my church clothes and put on my fun clothes, and we was out in the backyard. Oh my God, that's a picture. And I look the same way.
You still put the ribbons in there.
I still put a ribbon in there every now and
Got the
then.
sequins, that's for sure. Got the shiny thing.
Got the bling bling
The
now.
bling.